Mississippi, a couple of states tied together through history and a couple of schools that share some common ground. They're going to lock horns once again in the battle for the Golden Boot. A live look at D.W. Reynolds Razorback Stadium. It's the LSU Tigers and the Arkansas Razorbacks. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. We are keeping an eye on the weather in this one. Holly Rowe has the latest.
This is a bright and beautiful day, but I can tell you the temperature is chilly. Not always used to these kind of temperatures here. They are ready to have some heaters on the sideline. I see players trying to warm their hands. Particularly important for the wide receivers. They do have gloves on, and the quarterbacks trying to keep their hands warm. We'll see how it impacts the passing game here today. Guys, back to you.
Keep that super Doppler cranked up there, Holly. We'll look forward to it. LSU will put a foot to it for the opening kickoff. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Razorbacks offense will be first on the attack. LSU had to fight for every bit of it, but they took home the boot the last time they saw the Razorbacks.
Yeah, close game. Those rivalry games are fun to watch, especially when they go down to the wire. And LSU did what they needed to do to get the boot, to take it back. Now it's on the line today, Palmer.
That's what the LSU coaching staff was so happy about, was that their team could handle their emotions in a rivalry game like that against Arkansas and do the things you need to do to win it late.
And that is not where you want to miss. You do not want to miss high over the middle. A lot of that times that turns into an interception. He doesn't get that, but he's got to lower that football and give his receiver a chance to make a play on it.
Got it behind the line. It's Smith. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. Jackson will throw. Fires to the right. It's caught all the way out to the 43-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds, and this offense is on the move. And the Razorbacks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Leaves it in his belly. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Personal foul.
It's been said over. You have to protect players' head and neck area. This penalty so important at the college level. The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. Tight end now in motion. Defense didn't maintain its discipline there, and they get into the neutral zone. It'll cost them 5 yards. Contact in the neutral zone leads to that penalty. Good news for the offense. Looking for a productive play on first down. Caught in the backfield, it's Marshall. And he picks up the first down, but he will remember the price he paid after that hit. The Razorbacks are flying down the field. They'll give it on the counter. Driven back.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a ball.
Plows through the defense. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. And the Razorbacks come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. Jackson gonna throw it. Out of the backfield, he's open. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Arkansas! And it feels good to land that first big punch against a rival, doesn't it?
No doubt. In a game like this, too, you that's got to feel great getting on the board first.
And settles everyone down. All the nerves, all the emotion of this rivalry game. Now everybody can kind of settle in because you know you already got a touchdown on the board.
They make fun of kickers saying they don't have to worry about contact. They do in situations like that. Some rivalries forged in excellence, some in geographical proximity, and that's what we have once the Razorbacks join the SEC. Someone had the brilliant idea, we need a big golden boot that looks like the two states, and it's one of the most hotly contested rivalry games of the year.
And big is the right word. It's 4 feet tall. It's 200 pounds. It's 24-karat gold. Palmer, this is the trophy you want to win. There's some bad trophies out there, but this boot is a big deal.
It fills your trophy case. It's got girth. It's got weight. You appreciate that. I know everyone's going to say, no, Italy's the boot. No, it's not. Louisiana, Arkansas, and the Golden Boot Trophy. That's what it's all about.
Uh-oh, look out. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line? This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Slips one guy, now he's loose. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Man, that's not the attempt you wanted to start the game. First pass of the game, interception. Man, this is where you go over the sidelines. You have a good talk with your coach. You settle down. It's not the end of the world. It's one pass, but that is not the start he had in mind today.
The defense wins that one, and the offensive line was challenged by their coaching staff coming into this game to try and get push up front and establish the line of scrimmage. They're going to have to do a better job running than that if they're going to win this one.
Trying to escape and get it himself. Headed to the end zone, and he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Razorbacks!
How about this signal caller today, man? Showing you he can do it through the air and now with the legs, showing off the repertoire, showing why he is so hard to defend, and this defense is feeling it early in the football game.
And they tacked on the extra point. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The LSU offense comes out to start this drive. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
On 3rd down, here's Durham. They went right back to him, and they got the exact same thing. Nothing doing against this defense. It'll be 4th down.
Let's go. Defensively now, we know we get a stop, we get the offense the ball back in great field position. Great opportunity.
It's a fake. He's going to throw it. Oh, and it's intercepted. There he goes. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Nothing going right for this team early in the first quarter here. The defense is getting gashed, and now you've thrown a pick. The head coach has got to get his team together and get everybody to calm down and settle in.
And this defense, they've got to do a big job here. Like, offense puts you in a bad spot. You haven't had some great moments, but this possession, we got to get a stop, got to stop the bleeding, and get the ball back to our offense.
Now the pitch. And into the end zone. They bring him down, the option 1-2 perfection, and it will move the chains. The Razorbacks have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he surges across the line. Touchdown, Razorbacks!
This This offense is looking ridiculous. 3 touchdowns now in the first quarter, doing whatever they want at will. I don't know if you're panicking, Palmer, but, I mean, they got to put something together on the other side of the field or else this one's going to get ugly fast.
One thing I know, David, is the defensive staff, after having the ball just run down their throat and thrown over their heads, they need to make some adjustments earlier than they probably anticipated, because right now they have no answers for this offense.
The Tigers send out the offense to go to work. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. Defense fills those gaps. He's got 1 to the 28. This rivalry picked up steam when the Razorbacks joined the SEC, and man, some of the names that have had moments: Darren McFadden, Felix Jones, Matt Jones, Joe Burrow, Justin Jefferson, all of it over a golden boot.
And been playing since 1901. You think about all the great rivalries in college football, especially in the South. This is one of the best ones here. Not always have been in the same conference, but they played a lot of times, David, and it gets hot every time they meet up.
Yeah, and the boot is the shape of Arkansas with the shape of Louisiana, so obviously close proximity, bragging rights on the line.
He's got the back in the middle. Really nice job there to pick up the first down and get it to their own 41. The Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. Here's a give to Durham. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. 2nd and inch is a really good time to take a shot. Quick give. It's Berry. He'll be dragged to the ground, but it'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The give to Caden Durham. They got it blocked just enough, and a good gain on that run.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
And that's where quarterbacks, they got to be very assertive. They got to believe what they see and really pull the trigger. But the longer they wait and they get off rhythm or off timing, a lot of times it ends up in incomplete passes.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. The critical down and distances in this game, like that third down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
Snapped it, and he has to have it. Finds him out of the backfield. Breaks into the open. And he's brought down, but they believe the offense could convert the 4th down, and it paid off. And the Tigers go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Looking to throw, it's Levin. Look out! Caught. And they'll get enough for the first down, and that's how things will come to a close here in the first quarter. We reach the break. Arkansas has the lead. Let's take a look at the numbers, and they have jumped out to an impressive start. Now the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. And they get to him early, and he'll be knocked down for a loss of 4. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. From the gun. Got there right as the ball did. Jarred it loose. It'll be 3rd down.
Nice execution by this defense on 2nd and goal. And they try to throw the football. They stay tight on them. If I'm this offense, maybe I run some crossers, a little pick route, try to get my guy open.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming. So now on comes the field goal unit. Between the uprights, it's good.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Razorbacks offense set to begin this drive. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Smith takes the handoff. He was looking for some place to put his foot in the ground, but the defense was everywhere. He's knocked down behind the line. Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. Jackson will throw. Rushes on. Got him for the sack. This defense turning up the intensity. And the Razorbacks will bring the punt team onto the field. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Gets the first one of the day off and hoping he's not as busy as he was in that loss last week when he kicked it 4 times. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. So the LSU Tiger offense comes out to start this drive. He's going to fire deep. It's broken up. They took a shot and he was equal to the challenge to knock it away. Long way to go on 2nd down. He wants to throw it. Timed it perfectly to knock it free and forces a 3rd down.
Well, it was a good throw. It was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Got quite a ways to go to keep this drive going. It's 3rd down from the 45. From the gun, wants to pass. Right down the middle. Finds a tight end down the gut. And a big-time grab there. Knocked down immediately, but not before he gets it to the 40. He wants to throw it again. Finds his big tight end. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on 1st down. The Tigers are moving quickly down the field. Handoff, Caden Durham. Maybe a crease. He's finally brought down, but he takes it all the way to the 6. 1st and goal, and this feels like their chance to give him a finish. On the move. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. Getting set for the point after. And with the extra point, they draw closer. It's 21-10. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And he got into the house from the 6 to finish it. Fielded in the end zone. It's Brown. Makes a move. Got a little room. And there he goes. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. That dude ought to have a lethal sticker on his helmet. Anytime he touches it, it can be a score. He touched it, and it was.
No doubt. Unbelievable speed. And if you're back deep for a kickoff, obviously you've got those wheels. But to be able to get through, and guess what? No flags. No one's going to count. Great job by the special teams being special.
Coming out with it, it's Brown. And the returner goes down. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time. Can they back it up here?
Well, and it's amazing in a football game how sometimes they'll surprise you with what you do. Once you get settled and you realize what's going on, now I'm comfortable with it. Jesse, this offense looked comfortable on its last drive.
They sure did. It looked like they started to find some momentum. So now it's on this defense to stop that, all right? You're a little bit upset based on what just happened the previous drive. You've got to bow up again and go back to what was working earlier in this game.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Out wide right, it's Berry. Doesn't quite make it to the 1st down marker. He's a yard short.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such...
Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. Not gonna make it, and the fourth down gamble backfires. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Turns up, it's Marshall. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Personal foul.
I'm not sure he knew he had the face mask there, tried to let it go in time, but couldn't. It's a penalty on the defense. Wide receiver comes in motion. The run inside. It's Smith. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone.
And I'm good with it. I like what the offense is doing. Be physical. I don't need to get pass happy down here on 1st and goal. Nice job believing in my running game, and maybe I stick to it for another play or two.
He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. They've worked it down to the 4-yard line, but now it's 3rd and goal. From the gun, the ground game. And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Arkansas! Look, it's still early, but we have some real distance being put on the scoreboard right now.
You do. It's early, but you got to find something positive. Right now, everything going in the other direction. So how are you going to respond when you've been hit in the mouth early in this football game? Got to find something positive quick.
Hope the kicker is okay there. He's in a defenseless and vulnerable position, and you have to protect him. Just unloaded on that kickoff. Don't have to worry about a return on a kick like that. They'll bring it out to the 25. Looking for a man. It's Levitt. And that's not the way they drew it up. It's incomplete. They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. From the gun, looking for a man. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception. Great place to start for this offense. Trying the run, it's Smith. Powers through the defender. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. 2nd and long here. He'll take it himself. Jukes his way for more. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. Gets the back moving. 3rd down play from the gun. Perfect timing on the hit to keep him from making the grab, and the defense forces a 4th down. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to get the 3. Splits the uprights. Good. And that will extend their lead even further.
And that's a really good response by this defense. Their offense throws an interception, puts them in bad field position. They respond with a stop, force a field goal. Yeah, they got 3 points, but great job by this defense.
They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. Working the sidelines, Holly Rowe. What do you have, Holly?
Hey guys, down here on the LSU sideline, there is a lot of conversation happening about better communication. This crowd is making it so difficult, already creating several turnovers early in this game. The defense is feeding off it. The crowd
snags it and he's open. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The Razorbacks take their first timeout. And that got under their skin a little bit, having to use the TO after giving up the 1st down. Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. Back to throw, it's Levitt. Turns it upfield. Good pick up, a little bit short of the sticks. LSU quick to the line. Second down, gonna throw it. Flip it out to the back on the screen. They drag him down, but not before he's moved the chains, and the screen pass is effective. LSU getting set on 1st and 10.
You never want to say it's over early. I mean, we're here early in the game, but considering what the scoreboard is saying, they absolutely had to have that play for them to stay in this football game. And sometimes it just takes one great throw and one great catch to wake you up. They need to score a touchdown on this drive. They need to score another touchdown on their next drive, but maybe that's the play that turns things around for them.
The Tigers come to the line on the heels of that big pass play. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Wants to keep it in the air. Snags it. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3. Wanting to stop the clock on defense, they use their 3rd and final timeout. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. Here's a give to Durham. Nowhere to go. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires into the end zone. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. First play of this drive. Right side, it's Clapp.
Got a nice catch. Way to get your feet down, and your reward is 0 yards.
Long way to go on 2nd down. Jackson gonna throw it. And the quarterback caught up 2 and sacked at the 12. The Tigers will call a timeout. That's their 1st. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, back up inside their 20. They make the stop. It'll be 4th down. The defense does have a timeout to use if they want to try to put up points before the half. Timeout called by LSU. That's their 2nd. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. They kick it away on 4th down. Nestles it in at the 35. Well, they finally stop him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. And with the ball in a spot like this, David, they might try to get something on the board before the break.
Oh, great opportunity to be aggressive. Find those couple plays you like. Push the ball down the field. At least try to get a field goal here, Palmer.
That's it, David. Just a couple of first downs here could be enough to steal 3 points before this half is over.
Unleashes one deep. And it's picked off for the 4th time today. And they come up with a big play to make sure no more points go on the board before the end of the half. It's 1st down, but the offense is just going to take a knee and go to the locker room. Halftime as both teams head into the locker room. We're looking forward to a terrific second half, but before that, let's check in with Kevin Connor.
A lot of scoreboard watching today, fellas, but fear not, Week 13, we've got you covered here on the College Football Update Show. We begin with a look in on Iowa State taking on the number 14 team, the Kansas State Wildcats. And it's the Cyclones coming away with the victory in one of the highest scoring games we've seen all season. The victory closes the chapter on a 5-7 regular season. Disappointing, but those seniors go out with a victory. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
The Razorbacks will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. The Tigers sending out their offense ready to get this drive started. Huge deficit to start this third quarter. They just need to find something to build a little confidence.
Yeah, it hasn't gone well. When you're trailing by this much, this first drive, man, does everything matter and hinge on this? Because every possession in the second half is going to be critical.
Yeah, and I think if you're on offense, why hold back? What are you worried about? Nothing went well in the first half for you, and at this point, trailing by as much as you are, throw caution to the wind, be aggressive, and let's just see what happens.
LSU right back to the line.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark.
And that makes 5 interceptions in this one. The nightmare is alive. And they'll get him down after a solid return. This offense has it with really good field position. Tells the play fake, wants to throw on first down. Out wide right, it's Clapp. And he's tackled, stopped at the 14. They'll move the chains. They've got a first down in the red zone. And the Razorbacks have taken it inside the 20. Jackson will throw. Bought a little time, lets it go. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Running inside, it's Smith. He's brought down just running hard in the red zone, and he'll be just a few inches short. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on first and goal. Trying to squeak through the pile.